What can I say about these games that I haven't already said? You know? What haven't I gone through in the last couple games, you know? I'm only one man. You know? It's a sequel. Oh, it looks better than the last one. Oh, it's scary as fuck. You know? What kind of animatronic bullshit can this game throw at us that we haven't already seen before? Son of a bitch. Well, once again, Five Nights at Freddy's seems to keep the thrills coming. The game's creator said he wanted to make this the scariest game of the series, and boy, does this game beat out the others on the scarometer. As always, the point of the game is to survive 5 nights. 6 nights. From 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. You know the drill by now. This time around, though, rather than taking place in the haunted pizzeria, the game occurs inside a bedroom, which is kind of neglecting the title a little bit. You'd think the game would take place at Freddy's, you know? It's like if Nightmare on Elm Street took place on Maple Avenue. The first game featured 5 classic animatronics. The second contained an unexpected 11 animatronics, and the third game had an even more unexpected 1 animatronic. Is there any chance this game could feature an unexpected 0 animatronics? The fourth installment features 5 of the bots, and interestingly, it's the exact same 5 as the first game. Well, maybe not the exact same 5. It's the same 5 with a bit of a twist. Very innovative of Scott Cawthon to rip the animatronics directly from my nightmares into the game. Well, anyway, let's get thrust into the terror one final time and learn how to play Five Nights at Freddy's 4. You'll see right off that Five Nights 4 isn't nearly as complex as the other 3 games. There's no power meter, there's no stupid music box, no resetting systems, thank fucking God. All you have is your bedroom and 4 areas to monitor. The left hall, the right hall, the closet, and the bed. Only 4? How hard could it be? Surprisingly, the game isn't super difficult if you know how everything works. The first thing that you'll need to deal with are the 2 doorways into the hallways, the most active elements of the game, and the trickiest. The most active and the trickiest. But the way the doors work are actually pretty intense. For doors. Contrary to what you want to do, turning on the flashlight to peer down the hallway should not be your first thought, no matter how badly you want to. Also, closing the door to block danger should not be your first thought. Again, no matter how badly you want to. Instead, your first course of action is to sit in the darkness for a few seconds and listen. Sometimes when you stare at the abyss long enough, the abyss stares back. Sometimes it jumps out at you in the form of a demonic chicken. Sound cues were always super important in the other games, and in this one, it's taken to the extreme. When you approach a door, you need to listen for what the game calls breathing. And sure, we can call it that. Not sure how animatronics breathe anyway, but I'm no expert. If you hear a noise, shut the door until you hear the pitter-patter of little murderous feet leaving your hallway. Otherwise, hit the flashlight to scare off any would-be attackers. Doing these things in any other order can easily lead to one of those situations, you know, where you totally jump out of your skin. And of course, it's a bit too easy just worrying about sudden death from both sides of the room. Behind you is a death trap, too. Hey, stop that! Over time, Satan's bobbleheads will build up on the bed, up to 3. If you don't occasionally use the flashlight to ward them away, they'll kind of fusion dance their way into the game's namesake and fuck up the shit. Prevention is as simple as holding up the flashlight every once in a while, but it's easy to forget about sometimes, so always keep it in the back of your mind. Or else an animatronic claw is going into the back of your mind. I'm sorry. And finally, this leaves us with the closet. $20 to everyone watching if I can't get through this segment without one gay joke. Honestly, I like your odds. The interesting thing about the closet is that it's not always a threat. Foxy doesn't live inside your closet. He approaches from the right hallway like Chica and then hides inside. You'll see when he's active when the closet door makes one of these little sudden movements, and now you basically have 3 doors to take care of. Hey, shut up! Like in the first game, Foxy functions in stages before attacking. Foxy will go from terrifying, to scary, to not so scary, to aww. To prevent death, simply head up to the closet every so often and hold it shut for a few seconds to reset Foxy, only to deal with again later. Well, that covers all 4 of the areas to watch, so I guess that's all there is to it. God damn it. Well, Night 5, the final night, throws in one more interesting element into the game in the form of something of a boss fight. On Night 5, there's only one dangerous animatronic to watch out for. Nightmare Fredbear. Sweet! So ignore everything that I've said so far. None of that matters against this guy. There's no Foxy, there's no Freddy. Sort of. Point is, a whole new system needs to come into place if you need to survive against this guy. Fredbear's first plan is to come in from a hallway like Bonnie or Chica, but beating him is a bit harder than those two. Find the hallway he's in by checking with the flashlight, and when you see him, immediately slam the door in his face until he goes away and tries again. But Fredbear will not be deterred. His second tactic is to attack you from the room, which is signified with that trademark laugh. When you hear this, he's either on the bed or in the closet, and you must find him and hold the flashlight on him until he goes away. Repeat the repelling until 6 a.m., and you've overcome the greatest foe in Five Nights history. And that's Five Nights 4 in a nutshell. Here's the things needed to know to survive, all summed up. Number 1, sounds are more important in this game than any of the others. If you're not listening in this game, you are absolutely dead. Number 2, properly using the doors is necessary for survival as well. Don't act too quickly when at a door, or else you're in trouble. Number 3, remember the Freddy dolls and spend time checking behind you every so often to ward off that threat. Number 4, the closet isn't important to check until you actually see Foxy inside, so it's completely ignorable for a while. But when it does matter, check it about as frequently as the doors to keep Foxy away. Number 5, on Night 5, Fredbear is the only animatronic to worry about. Ignore everything else and focus hard on surviving this one-on-one. Are we done? This is actually it. We've covered every animatronic. We've covered every game. There's nothing else. Because at the end of my Five Nights at Freddy's 3 video, I looked like an idiot. I'm not going through that again. Okay, well, if this is the end, I'd like to say that this has been one hell of a ride from beginning to end, and in some sort of perfect timing, my first How to Play Five Nights at Freddy's video just hit 1,000 views, which I'm super stoked about, which is so cool. So I want to say another thank you to Scott Cawthon for an amazing series of games, and especially thanks to all of you for watching. See you guys next time. Oh, motherfucker! Hey everybody, if you liked what you saw, give this video a thumbs up, and check out the How to Play playlist for more videos just like this. And subscribe to keep up with more zany tutorials. God, that sounded lame. Comment below what games you'd like to see me do in the series, and get ready for another How to Play coming very shortly. See you then.